to the Rich Couch. My name is Deborah, and today I'm joined with my lovely friend. I'm gonna let her introduce herself so you can know her name.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa Elon. I was like, were you going to say something else? I've known Deborah for like at least over like 15 years, I think.
Yeah.
At least that much.
Yeah, that's
that's about right. Something around that. What else about myself? I'm a wife, almost 10 years to my boo. Hi, boo. Hi, babe. I have a 4-year-old daughter. Whoop, whoop. Oh, 10 years. Yes, 10 years on 10/10/20. Yes,
yeah,
it's been a great journey. Yes, October 10th is like right around the corner. I have a 4-year-old daughter. Her name is Eden. She's feisty. She's a diva. She's all of that wrapped up into one ball of energy. So I love her.
Right.
We're also in ministry, and I'm a full-time student, and I'm a nurse. So I'm busy. So, but I thank God for it. Busy.
Well, thank you so much,
So
Vanessa.
happy to be here.
Thank you. We love to have rich conversations and rich relationships and enriched lives here on the Rich Couch. I'm actually sitting on my rich couch. So thank you for being here with me. If it wasn't for COVID, I'd rather have you like physically right next to me. It's all good. We're making it work. We are making it work. But anyway, so as you all know, I have been sharing my story for the month of September, which is PCOS Awareness Month. And I'm actually wearing the color teal. That's like the color, the color, to represent PCOS awareness. But my favorite color is purple, which Vanessa is beautifully wearing and modeling for us tonight.
Mine too.
I just love that color. My favorite color. But anyway, so I wanted to invite some friends here on the Rich Couch to share their story with PCOS and their journey. So I just have a few questions. This won't be too long with Vanessa to just share her story with PCOS. So Vanessa, so some of my questions are around when were you officially diagnosed with PCOS? And how did it impact your relationship with your husband as you all were, you know, family planning and beginning to talk about expanding your family?
Understood. Well, I've actually always had an irregular menstrual cycle. Oh, did I lose you?
Here you are. Now I can see your picture.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I've always had an irregular menstrual cycle. I didn't really think too much about it because it's not a big deal if you're not having it. Because truth be told, it's not the funnest week of the month. But it was not until we were actually trying to conceive maybe a couple years. I think I turned 30. And then I was like, okay, let's try to have a child. And then that's when we're hit with this roadblock. We're like, okay, we're not getting pregnant. We're doing everything that we need to do. So I basically talked to my gynecologist, and she went through the list of possible symptoms that I had and actually diagnosed me. She was like, yeah, I don't need to do any more testing. You have PCOS. I'm like, what's that? And then she was like, yeah, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. They said you're not, it's not easy. It won't be easy to become pregnant, but it will be hard. It won't be, it will be difficult. So when I first heard, I'm like, what do you mean? I thought I was fine. I'm somewhat active. And I was like, okay, there's something wrong with me. So that was my first step. And I was like, okay, next step is, okay, what do we do about it? And sorry, I keep losing you. You keep losing me.
It's okay.
You got me?
I got you.
Okay. And then okay, thank you. And then the next step is, okay, what do we do with this? So basically, I just followed the doctor's regimen, and I'm actually already also started a medication called Clomid. And then I think within about 1 cycle or 2 cycles, then we were pregnant, thankfully. But before I even went to ask her, we were trying ourselves for like 4 to 5 years. And then I'm like, okay, I tried it on my own. Now I need to go seek professional help to see how we can actually make this happen. So it was definitely a long process, but
Mhm.
once I actually got the right people behind me, which was my doctor, then everything was pretty good from there. So that
Good.
was the process. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so awesome. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you were trying on your own 4 to 5 years about,
Mm-hmm.
and then your doctor gave you the prescription for, was the medication called Clomid?
Clomid. Mm-hmm.
Clomid. Okay. And is that a medication they generally prescribe to women with PCOS, or was it specifically for you for any reason?
I It's actually they have different options. I think it's based on age and
Okay.
based on what you tried previously. I think this was like the first step. Step was trying to regulate my cycle first, and then the second step was to try Clomid if regulating my cycle wasn't enough. So I guess they did like phases, so to speak.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
how that worked. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So what was
So.
that period like for you and your husband? How did that impact your relationship
Mhm.
as a couple?
Well, the funny thing is, as a couple, my husband he's my rock. He was actually very supportive. He actually was like, okay, we'll do whatever we have to do. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So he wasn't like, you know how normally people feel like, okay, he's like, if you can't give me a kid, I'm out of here. Some type of personality. But
Yeah.
he's like, whatever you can do is fine. I married you. I didn't marry you for your potential, but I married you for who you are. So
Okay.
he
All
was great
right,
with that.
Mr. Husband, Mr. Elin.
Yeah. So he was fine. He was like, whatever you need me to do, I'll be there for you. So
Okay.
that's what you need. You need someone to help you out, someone to be your support system, someone to encourage you when you don't feel like you are able to do it on your own. So he was
Absolutely.
great with that.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
so
exactly.
good. That's so good.
You need that.
You
Mm-hmm.
need that. You need that. I know I
Mm-hmm.
need that. I grateful for the support of my husband, and also for, excuse me, just great women like you, sisters in Christ, sisters in the
Mm-hmm.
spirit, that are just encouraging me along my journey and keeping me accountable,
Mm-hmm.
along my journey. Because I think
Yes.
that support is so needed. That support is so needed. That
Mm-hmm.
devastating news. They're just really hard to take in all that information,
Mm-hmm.
from your doctors. And
Exactly.
so it's so important to have that support. So I would
And it's
ask,
important to know that you're also not by yourself.
yes,
It's very important to know that you're not by yourself.
that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. And I've been sharing that on my social
Mm-hmm.
media platforms these past 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
September, just emphasizing, ladies, you are not alone. Because I remember feeling that feeling of like, no one else or
Yeah.
nobody else has this. Yeah. And then when we started talking a few months ago, because we've known each other, like Vanessa said, we've known each other for about
Mm-hmm.
15 years. And we started, just talking some more a few months ago. And Vanessa was like, I have PCOS too. I was like, wait, what? And I've known you all this
Yeah.
time and
Mm-hmm.
had no
No
idea.
idea.
So I think
Because
it's
they don't
so
talk about
important.
it.
Yeah, no, we don't. We said that. We're like, we don't talk about it. Women do not talk. And this is our issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
As women, and we don't talk about it,
Exactly.
So it's important for us to open up and start sharing and asking questions and
Mm-hmm.
just having rich conversations
Yeah,
about our health
conversations.
and our bodies
Mm-hmm.
and our faith.
Exactly.
So how did PCOS challenge you in your faith?
Well, honestly, like God doesn't give you more than you can bear.
Hmm.
So I felt like if I have this, that means God knows that I can get through this with his help.
Yeah.
It's PCOS is not who Vanessa is. It's just a part of my story and it's a part
Oh,
of who I am, but it's not the only thing that I am.
yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing that we have to realize is that there's so many more aspects to us than just our diagnosis. So we just
Absolutely.
have to keep forward and know that we are a child of God first and foremost, and then everything else falls into place after that.
I love
So,
that. I love that.
and that's a reminder. It's not something that you're like, oh, I woke up, I'm a child of God. But you have to remind
No,
yourself
you
that.
gotta write that down, put it
Mm-hmm.
somewhere you could read it. You could see it every day and remind
Exactly.
yourself of who you are. And I love what you said. PCOS is a part of Vanessa, but it doesn't make Vanessa in her entirety, right? That's not
Exactly.
all of Vanessa. Yeah.
Exactly.
So important. So last two questions. Were there any lifestyle changes that you had to make um, when you found out you had PCOS?
Well, definitely health wise, I definitely had to exercise more. Definitely had to monitor my diet. I definitely had to also monitor my cycles to make sure that I am regulated every month and not just ignore it if it doesn't come for 4 or 5 months
Right.
and not do anything about it, because
Right.
you are supposed to regulate your cycle monthly. So that is not normal. Ladies, that is not normal.
It's not normal.
So,
it's not normal.
Not normal.
I remember in my 20s, I was like, oh, okay, not a problem. But that's not normal.
But yeah, it's not normal. It's not normal. So those are things that we just have to, do the self-care. Everyone's big on self-care now. So we actually have to do something about it, and not just say, I'm just going to go get a pedicure. No,
Right.
you have to do things for your health as well.
Absolutely.
So we just have to monitor it more often. Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Definitely.
And last question I would like to know is, if a young lady who is watching this has recently been diagnosed with PCOS. Sorry, my hair is like getting in my face. She's recently been diagnosed with PCOS.
It's fabulous.
She's recently been diagnosed with PCOS. What is a word of encouragement or a rich word, something enriching that you can pass on to her?
It would be two things. First, like I said before, that is not who you are. That is just a part of your story. Mm-hmm. Secondly, is surround yourself with other people that will help you, encourage you, and also follow the Rich Couch too, because she had a great, great litany of information that she shares on her YouTube channel and even on her social media. So you just need to surround yourself with people who's also going through what you're going through. Like if there's people who's lost a child, they are supported by people who've also lost children, or people who are able to help them grieve or help them deal with whatever they're going through. So just know that you're not alone, that you need to surround yourself with people who will help you and support you as well. So those two things. Sorry.
Absolutely. No, that was so good. Those are just some rich nuggets, some rich tools that we can give people, because here on the Rich Couch, we're all about having rich conversations, enriching relationships, and enriching lives. So, and we feel very, very passionate about that. So I want to make sure that we always leave something that they can hold on to and they are encouraged by. Well, thank you so much, Vanessa. I know you are a mommy, a wifey, a employee, all these wonderful things. So I don't want to keep you much longer, but I thank you so much for joining me here on the Rich Couch. Hopefully we can get you here physically on my couch in my house.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
And just have more rich conversations. But thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Rich Couch. Bye.
See you. Bye.
All right.